Thank you. You may be seated. Take a roll call. Jeannie? Present. Dave? Present. Gordy?
Present.
Mike? I did that on purpose. And G? And I had it for the record, all members are, the board are present, but we do have legal that is absent today. Okay. First item we have on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the January meeting. If there are no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Motion by Dave, is there a second?
A second.
And second by Jeannie. Call the question, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay. The ayes have it. And I want to welcome everybody that's here today. The entire month, as I've been telling everybody, meetings will be held in this really nice training center. IT's done a great job of setting this up. One reminder again, the video is from that iPad, if I'm saying it right, and everybody is in view from the lectern. If you come up and speak, the mic and everything's set, and you'll be on video all the way to the chief. We've kept the media exactly all right. So, yeah. But it seems to be working really well. And again, hopefully, maybe some type of every now and then like a little echo, but really nice considering there was nothing in here about a month ago. So we need to thank IT and my office for taking care of this, and your patience for coming to this location. So thank you.
So Mayor, we're into 2 days here, and this is my 4th meeting.
Yeah, we were here pretty late
How
last
many
night.
meetings
Yeah,
have you been to?
yeah,
Are we tied?
It's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, thank you. Reports oral and written. We'll start with the Lutheran EMS report. Thank you.
All right, yep. So my report this month is all directed at Mike, just so we're all clear. Mike, you ready for, I have numbers for you.
Okay, all
Okay.
right, hit me.
All right, every time I always think when I come up with these numbers, I'm like, I'm gonna make Mike's day. That is my
I don't know what I've
focus.
said in the past that makes you,
Yeah, no, it's good, it's good, it's good. So first of all, as we look at this month's report, we look at the fact that this is the end of 2025 that we're looking at here. So you can see the entire year as reflection. So one of the things that I think is really important, especially Mayor, for you to know is that continuous growth that we continue to see in our community, that call volume that continues to go up, as I know Chief will talk about as well. So as you compare these numbers to 2025, I just want to give you some data to kind of compare to the year total of 2024. So one of the things that you'll see is in 2025, we had a total of 5,778 calls, and that is just in Wayne Township in our coverage area with the fire territory. That went up from 2024 when we had 5,697 calls. So we're up about another 100 calls over the year. As we go through that though, you'll see that calls canceled, we ended up with 666. CPR with no transport, a total of 21. Patients evaluated and refused, we had a total of 549. And patients treated and transported, 4,542. And when you compare that number to 2024, we're up an additional 80 points from that. So in the end of it, when you look at the call volume, as we talk about this, you're continuing to go up. The response is continuing to grow, and that really just proves to the community and how the community continues to grow and that need is continuing to be there. In 2025, we taught a total of 1,537 people CPR. That is from 2024 up 223 people. In car seats, we did a total of 81 car seats, and just to break those down, that was 17 infants, 14 booster seats, and the rest were convertible seats that people will have for many, many years. And so again, just protecting the community, and really proud of those numbers. As you move into the next one of the things that we kind of focus on is the simple fact that as we get busier, the concern is coverage, right? In regards to, if we're getting busier, do we have enough coverage? Are we still meeting those benchmarks? And one of the things that I'm incredibly proud of my team is, in fact, they not only continue to meet those, but they surpass those. So one of the things that we look at is dispatch to location. Anybody that is waiting on an ambulance knows that any second feels like minutes, feels like hours, and so anybody wants a quick response. And as you move into 2025 data for the entire year, you'll see that we are at 5 minutes and 11 seconds. So that is only up 11 seconds in that entire data over 2024. So even though we have more call volume, our staff are still making sure that our response is appropriate, that we're there when we need to be. That benchmark is to be under 10 minutes in a community our size, just to give you an idea of what that looks like. So again, all of our times continue to be under those benchmarks. The next two, our idea is to be under 25 minutes, the next one then under 15 minutes. Again, you'll see that even those continue to be under that, so. And then as you move into the the next page, you'll see our call volume continues to be that peak hours of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That is when in 2025, we actually increased our coverage. If you remember in 24, that 6th ambulance that was in your coverage area was only from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we realized that that call volume and that time of day was sooner and earlier in the day. And that's why you'll see that your peak calls continue to be from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., which is where, as we move into 26, that additional ambulance continues to be. So, any questions on that report? Yes, Mike.
Fire chief has mentioned, especially last year, they had a lot of overlaps. Do you have many overlaps?
Oh, yeah. All.
Did you run into
Majority.
situations where you don't have somebody, or?
So that's, if you look at the report where it talks about the responding station, that report there is what shows our overlaps, in the fact that if you have, for example, throughout the entire year, it averaged about 2 calls a month that the Bourbon ambulance was having to respond. That means all of the Warsaw trucks were out. The truck that is normally posted Leesburg, Milford was out, and now we're getting a 6th call in that area. So yes, very much so, we have lots and lots of overlap. And you can kind of see that as you go through. You'll see Leesburg numbers are very high. And that's, again, the benefit that we get of the amount of trucks that we have to be able to pull into resources as we need them.
Is there generally one ambulance at each of these locations?
So at the East Station, during the day, you have 2. And then at Station 3, you have 1. Milford, you have 1. Leesburg, you have 1. And Bourbon, you have 1. The admin station is when you get to see my beautiful face. That's when I come out of the office.
Okay.
So I'm proud of those 8. Those are, I earned those.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Any other questions?
None? Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Next item, Chief, we have the 2025 year in review. A couple pages here with lots of numbers on it.
Yeah, so with the year in review, there's a few things with, I guess, both reports that I would like to point out. The fire service typically reports our data through NIFRS. That has now been changed to what's called nearest. So the entire United States kind of switched. Our region had to switch over to nearest by January 1. Our goal at the fire territory was to switch over by December 1st. We did not hit that. So we actually switched over in December 15th was the date that we switched over. So this year in review is actually from January 1, 2025 to December 15th, 2025. So I just wanted to point that out there. Along then with the monthly report, that would be from December 15th on to December 31st. We're still working with our reporting agency on how we collect that data. There was a few issues by the time we had to pull those reports where we couldn't really pull the information that we traditionally could. So that's why the reports will look a little bit different. But for the most part, this is how the new monthly report will look. There's other data that we can pull. It's just when we switch that, the nature of the calls are completely different and how they're reported, and I'll get into that in more detail with the monthly fire report. But just wanted you guys to be aware of that, and we can pull some other data if you have any questions in the meantime. But so from the end of the year, or pretty much the whole year, we ended it with 3,863 total calls. Again, that's from January 1 to December 15th. Of those total calls, 2,823 were medical calls and 111 fire calls. As far as some outreach and prevention, we had 366 community service hours, 773 businesses were inspected by the Fire Marshal Division, with 583 violations cited of those 773. We had 330 people receive some fire prevention training, so that is some of our school, and then some of our fire marshal going out and doing extinguisher classes for businesses and things like that as well. We gave away 42 plus smoke detectors to members in our community free of service. And then just kind of wanted to reiterate some of our growth and some of our major purchases. We did put in service our new engine 17. We purchased a new to us dive truck, the 44 SCBAs and 48 masks. And then as far as training hours, the entire fire department had 7,938.5 hours of documented training. And then with all our employees minus the admin, they worked a total of 125,158.5 hours. So just kind of wanted to give you kind of a weird year end review report there. Any questions on that before I go to the monthly report?
I would just say, if you haven't seen the new engine, it's pretty impressive. I encourage you to go over and take a look at it.
The training hours, chief, at 7,900, is that, you have any idea what it was in 24, 23, putting on the spot here?
I don't have that right in front of me. I can look it up and send it out to the group if you'd like.
I just was wondering, how you felt about that and where we are.
Yeah, I do know, again, I don't have the exact numbers too, but like Alicia said, we are growing. Our numbers of responses do continue to go up. I believe we are about 300 calls over what we did last year in 24. But again, I don't have those exact numbers right in front of me. But I can compare those and send those out. Any other questions on the yearly report before I go to the monthly?
Chief, thank you for that. That'll take us to the next item on the agenda, which is your monthly report. This would be December is what I'm looking at, 2025.
Yep, so again, this is December 15th, 2025 to December 31st, 2025. So we had 147 responses. Of those, so again, how the NEARS breaks it out, I traditionally would tell you these are the 100 categories, which is the fire calls, the 200 categories, which is ending up. Those categories have now gone away, and they break it down in several different ways, and there's just a lot of data. So we tried to narrow it down to the most pertinent information and kind of try to relate it back to what you traditionally got, and we came up with these these categories that then we can subdivide them into. But as far as fire calls, we had 4, the hazardous situations, we had 8, the non-emergency, we had 14, the public service, we had 11, the rescue type calls, we had 10, and then the medical calls, we had 100. Bringing the station totals for Station 17 to 80, Station 13 to 55, and Station 15 to 12. And again, that was from the 15th through the 31st of December. As far as training hours, we had 322.25 training hours over a variety of different topics, including some vehicle extrication, some SCBA, fire type training, and then some new recruit training as well. As far as community service, we had 20.41 hours through various activities, including multiple public appearances at local elementary schools, and then our firefighter of the day program, and then we did participate in Toys for Tots as well. The next, if you search down a little bit, we just have a few pictures. Our 2025 firefighter of the year was firefighter Tyler Cole. At our Christmas award ceremony, we presented him with that award, so there's him receiving that award. And then just a picture of some of the firefighters of the day from Jefferson there. So then the next few pages kind of break down the specifics of, when I say, okay, it's a fire type call, it breaks it down to, okay, it's a fire, outside fire, it was trash or rubbish. Okay, fire, outside fire, it was utility or infrastructure fire. And to be completely transparent, we're still trying to learn what all those mean. And so now it's kind of opened us up a little bit as far as the guys putting it in. They have so many options, there's times that they don't know what to pick from. So we are doing some inside training to try and, hey, when this happens, this is what you do to help keep that data consistent so we could utilize it all to our advantage. So that just breaks down the actual physical details. I can go through all these if you'd like me to, or you can just view through them, and if you have any questions, I can try and answer. I'll leave that up to the group there, and what you want.
Any questions from board members?
I still appreciate the transparency, so you have that great overview at the beginning, but still it's backed up with some detail if needed. So I think that's really good. Thank you.
It's easy to follow and consider.
Yes.
Okay. Ask again, any other questions? Okay, that'll take us to the monthly expenditure report. Chief, this is operating fund 2243 for December.
Yeah, so as we look through here, obviously we're trying to end up, or end the month, so there's a lot of just finishing up year-end stuff. Some of our subscriptions came out of there. You may see some encumbered amounts where we got some POs with the assistance of the clerk's office to help some projects that we're still working on in 25 and haven't really finished up. You will see some encumbered amounts transferred into 26 as well. But other than that, not a lot out of the ordinary, unless anybody has any questions.
Any questions from the board? Hearing none, that'll take us to item number 5. This is another monthly expenditure report. This is equipment replacement 4410 for December. Chief?
Yep, again, kind of the same thing that I did on the operating report. There is some encumbered amounts here. You'll see some upgrades to the station. We did some updates to the offices to help it work between myself and the assistant chief and the Heather, the chief's assistant office, kind of help the flow of the fire station, help the public coming in, and then just some updates so I could hold some meetings and we could have some of our meetings internally in a more centralized location. So you will again see some encumbered amounts there as well.
motion to approve all the reports as presented. Mike?
Well, this one,
It'd be all of them.
is there one more?
Nope, that's the last one. Would you like that one? I sort of amended it for you.
Monthly, Fund 223, 444, 10.
It's the last one.
Sorry, I thought we had one more.
I will accept that motion to accept all as presented. Would you like, Mike, is that okay?
Well, there is one more, 4410, right?
Yeah,
That's what we just went.
Yeah, we just went through it.
Well, I thought, then I'm confused, I thought we just looked at, hang on, 2243.
Mhm. And then we did go to 4410. It's okay. You're sort of like me on the computer, did time, yeah, it's just, it can be, yeah.
Well, I guess maybe I was just looking at the details here.
I will
Motion
entertain,
stands.
I will entertain a motion to accept all as presented.
Motion stands.
There's a motion to accept as presented, all reports. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion to, accept all as presented, along with the second. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Anyone opposed, nay. The ayes have it, thank you. There is no unfinished business. There is no new business. We do have travel requests. Chief?
Yeah, so, two travel requests for Battalion Chief Rob Barker, to attend some incident command training. Most of that is online. There are two continuing education for, Battalion Chief Brian Zaring for his EMS certification. Both of those, courses are in North Webster. Firefighter Zach Runsire for Incident Safety Officer, in Bremen. And then Assistant Chief, Cornrup to live fire instructor training as well. And that is in, Fort Wayne and then also in Wabash. In the final one.
And all of these were approved by the Board of Works, and I've seen January dates on it. Okay.
Yes.
We ask this board to publicly approve of those travel requests.
Make a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve from Dave. Is there a second? That's okay. Is there a second? That's all right.
I second.
And a second, Jeannie, thank you. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Anyone opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Other matters. Heather, we have a meeting date for March 3rd, is that correct? Right now, location is to be determined. Again, everybody's patience, I greatly appreciate it. Board members, the public, the media, thanks, David. We believe in March we will be back at City Hall, but again, not sure, so I do appreciate that. We'll, certainly get that message out. We're hoping that we'll be at City Hall, but, we'll see how it goes. So, but it will be on March 3rd at 4 p.m. Location to be determined. Thanks again, David, for your patience, okay. Likely City Hall. We also have, Chief Push-In Ceremony. Would you please tell everybody what we're looking at here? Mike mentioned it earlier, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so, I spoke last last month on, our new Ladder 13 truck that we got. The committee has worked very hard and very diligently to, get that in service and running. So, we plan on putting it officially in service on Thursday, February 12th at, our Station 13 here on Center Street at 5 to 6 p.m. is the ceremony. We'll probably actually physically push the truck in around 5:15 p.m. You all are more than welcome to come. The public's welcome. Just, again, opportunity for you all and the community to see our new
attendance, any board members? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor, please say aye. We're adjourned.